Welcome to the Oasis today, everyone. We're going to give you some lessons on how to clean a spare rib rack, get it ready for the Traeger grill. First thing you need when you're dealing with sharp objects is a little bit of alcoholic beverage.
Salud.
Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is lay out your meat. Take a look at it. You have this flap here. This is diaphragm. Some people know this as skirt steak. And you slice that right there. You take that off. Okay, you can save this, clean this up, and use this as for your burnt ends. A little something you can snack on while you're waiting for everything to get finished in the grill. This will cook up on the grill in a few seconds. You try to use the same rub that you used on your ribs. So you just can grab this little piece of silver skin, pull it back, and then you just run your knife along here. And you just slowly pull it up and take it off. You can always use a paper napkin or a cloth rag to get a better grip. And that's your silver skin. And now you have a little layer of fat. You're going to want to leave that on there. Clean this up so it doesn't burn. Okay. Now the next move you want to make is you want to pull the silver skin off the back of the ribs. Some people don't do this. Dinosaur Grill being one of them.
Yeah, I'm a fan of pulling it off. So much better. Yeah. You've heard that about me.
How often do you pull it off, Rob?
I do it every time I do it.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, you're going to pull this up here. You're going to get yourself a napkin, paper towel, or a cloth. Grab a piece of it, pinch it, and start to slowly pull it up and off the back of the meat. You want to take a closer look at that. Now, you see you pulling this? Now, get your fingers underneath it and keep pulling it back. Then what you can do is just roll it around the paper towel and just keep on working it down. Don't pull it too fast because then it'll just rip and you won't get it all off and you'll be pulling pieces. So you just keep pulling that back, fold it, pull it back again, and there. Now you get it off. Now, sometimes you'll have a bit of fat on the back of this. You're going to want to scrape that off with the tip of your knife because that can be a little bit too greasy when you bite into your rib. Okay, so you pull that off. That's nice. Then you take your knife, you hold it like this, like you're chasing after somebody.
For money.
Yeah, just to ran off with your money. You take that, you find this vein right here, and you slice it open. Okay, that'll take up any blood that runs along the side of the rib, which can be also a little disconcerting when you're eating, especially when people are very nervous about pork. Next thing you want to do is, you see there's a bone here. You're going to want to take that bone off. Get yourself a good knife. Take this here and you're going to want to kind of get in there and chop through it. It's all cartilage, so if you have a good sharp knife, you should be able to get that off of there. Now again, we try not to waste anything, so you want to get your knife point, get it in there, and take this little piece of meat off there. Again, just use it for your burnt ends. While you're barbecuing, you can throw it on the grill or you can throw it on a smoker. Okay, so now you have this. Now you see, it's all bone right there. There's nothing left. You can also use this if you want the stock. You braise it, you put it in the oven, you get a nice good browning on it, and then flash it with some white wine and some herbs, and you can make yourself a good au jus. Again, you're going to want to clean up a lot of this silver skin and fat over here too. Kind of get the knife underneath there to work it up. Also cut this thin section here because this will burn on your ribs. We're actually going to, this flap meat here, we're going to take this flap meat off. We're going to also use this to make our burnt ends and then just have the ribs here by themselves. So in order to get this off, again, the same thing as you did before, you just kind of get the knife underneath there, get yourself another paper towel, bite into it with the paper towel, and just keep pulling back till you get it all off. Okay, nice and easy, and take all that fat off of there. Right. You want that nice and clean. You don't want it too much. You don't mind leaving a little bit of fat over there. That'll help braise the meat as it smokes nice and slow. You take off those little things there. Now you take your knife. You're going to take this section off too, because that's also a thin piece. Run your blade right up here. Take that off. Again, this is what you're going to be using for your burnt ends. A little bit more of the silver skin. You take this off because the problem with this is that it can be very, very chewy. And a lot of people, chewy is not a texture that they want when it comes to their meat. All right, and you got that right there. There you have it. It's going to be ready for the rub. You know, you see a little fat, they're done. If you want to see a little bit of fat here, you want to take that a little bit off. Not too heavy, but it's fine. So you can actually leave it. I mean, some people will take this cap off. I like to leave a little meat on the rib. I don't like ripping it down to just the bones.
Agreed.
So there you got it. You're all ready to go. And we'll show you when we're doing the rub.
Salud.